Yo, what's up guys? So welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a bunch of cameras that I've picked up over the past couple of weeks that are just secondhand, vintage, retro, cool, worth about 550 quid. I paid about 70 to 75, which, let's be honest, bit of a bargain. So what we'll do is we'll start off with the film cameras and then we'll move our way over to the digital. And up first, we have one of my all-time favorite cameras. Now, growing up, I'd have been about 16 to about 21, 22 when I was using this camera almost daily, getting film done and just loving using it. And I miss it. And that is the Olympus Trip 35. What a camera. Beautiful, beautiful camera. Now, one thing I always do with film cameras, especially mechanical things like these, I just check a few things, especially when they don't need batteries to function. I check that the aperture ring opens up and closes when you change the aperture. It's a must do, otherwise it's just not going to work. I check that the shutter, if it's different shutter speeds, works at different speeds. This one isn't, but the aperture rings are opening and closing as they should. It pretty much shoots at one shutter speed, and then the aperture is how you're going to change the light on this camera. And yeah, it's not really got much of a focus to it. It's one of those where it's basically portrait, landscape, couple of people, infinity. And just to make sure the lens is clean, and it has all of those things going on. I love the click to this as well. It's just a nice satisfying click. What a great camera. £9.99. Pick this up in a cash, what was it, generators? No, it's the yellow one. Cash converters. £9.99. On eBay, you are talking between 140 and 170 pounds. More recent sales are slowly going up. It seems to be a camera that is going up in price rather than stagnating or going down. So if you're looking for a solid camera, and if you can find it at a good price, pick up an Olympus Trip 35. Awesome images, really nicely built, got some weight to it, great little piece of kit. This is actually going to become my main holidaying camera. This is what I'm going to be taking to Spain, Greece, Malta, Italy, anywhere we go, centre parks, anywhere we go, this camera's coming along to create memories, and I just love using it. Like I said, I used it for years. It was a camera that I used to take to gigs. I used to take it to street photography. Looking forward to chucking some film into that one. This next one, we paid £3 It's a Pentax Zoom 60. Nothing really special about this one. It's got a nice zoom feature to it. Obviously, the Zoom 60. I've ordered a new battery for this. This uses a CRP2P 6-volt battery, and I've had to order a new one because the one that was in it is dead, which obviously it was going to be. They're not too expensive. You can grab them on eBay and Amazon. But everything seems to look like it's going to work. Don't know if it did, but if I'm only paying £3, I'm not too fussed because it's just a nice looking camera, go up on a shelf. Bit of a paperweight if it doesn't work. I've got a feeling it is going to work. Someone's actually got a roll of film in this camera. They've been using it. So I'm thinking they've just forgotten about it and then given it away. There's no corrosion. That's one thing you always want to check when you're buying older cameras. You want to be checking for corrosion on the batteries. No corrosion. I fully think this is going to work. £3, fantastic. Secondhand, you are looking at around £25. It's not a super expensive camera. I think it's going to produce some cool images, and I can't wait to use it. This next one, we picked it up, and we even got a case with it. So it came with this Case Logic case. It's cool. I will actually probably use this case. It's small enough that I think it's going to be quite a nice one to chuck on when you're out and about on holiday. You don't want to be carrying something too massive. And this is a video camera. This is a Sony Handycam. It is a I think it's a DCR DPD 406. Yeah, this is the Sony Handycam. Absolutely loving this. Fully working. Came with its battery as well. Came with the spare battery, a charger. If a camera needs batteries that are rechargeable, I only purchase them if they do have the charger with them. I just can't be bothered going out looking for extra chargers. So that's one of my stipulations when I'm picking them up. £10. Really cool pickup. Really cool, actually. 4 megapixels, but obviously you're not using this to take photos. It's all about the video. And yeah, it's even got like a night vision mode, which is pretty sick. It's one of those that records onto a mini DVD, but then you can convert it and put it onto your laptop and computers and use it digitally as well. Yeah, great price. Secondhand, you're talking about £45. So again, made a great saving, and I will use this one day. I'm not sure when or what for. I reckon it'd be really fun to take this away on like a day out, maybe somewhere in the UK, and do like a 90s vlog. I think that'd be really fun to do. But other than that, it's just a great little piece to pick up for the price. I just can't leave it behind. This next one is probably one of my favorites that I've picked up over the past few weeks. This is a Canon PowerShot A2500, and it's a little digital point and shoot. I believe it's from around 2009 or something like that, 2011. It's like a mid 2000s camera. Come with its charger, come with its battery, works perfectly. I chuck in this little 64GB memory card. Doesn't really take anything bigger. Obviously, there weren't really bigger memory cards back then. Works absolutely flawlessly. Love it so much. It's such a great camera. Love the images from it. I've actually taken this out and used it a few times. I'll chuck up some photos that I've taken with it, and you'll see it just has that. It has that early 2000s look to it, which is my sort of preferred look. It's how I would edit a picture to look when I was doing photography full time. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I remember starting a YouTube channel in sort of the 2009 to 10 period with one of those PowerShot Canon cameras, and it was just a really nice throwback. One of the first cameras I ever got where I was sort of looking at taking photography a little bit more serious was a Fujifilm Fine Pix. And I saw this today. I just had to grab it. Resale, you're talking about 45 to 50 quid, £11.99. Takes 4 AA batteries, which I have loads of rechargeable ones, so that's not an issue. Lens, really clean. Takes a SD card, has to be 32 gig or less because it won't accept the higher memories, but it is fully working. Now, I haven't used this yet. We did only pick this up today, so it hasn't had a chance to be used. But I've taken a few photos in the apartment, and I think I'm really going to love using this. It's got an 18 times optical zoom. I think this is going to be so much fun to just take out and just take a bunch of random photos with. £11.99. That's a really, really good price. And one thing I've realized about places like cash converters, cash generators, especially when it comes to older cameras and especially when it comes to film cameras, they don't really look up what they are actually worth or selling for because they can't test them. They just buy them at a certain generic price and they sell them at a set generic price. But if you know how to test and how to know if something's working, you're going to find some bargains. So this is the FinePix S8000 FD, and like I said, I started my love of photography off pretty much with one of these bridge cameras, and I'm going to look forward to using one again. Just for fun, man. I think that's where a lot of people that do photography full time, which is what I was doing until I got ill. I think that's one thing you lose. You lose the love of it, and you sort of start focusing on, well, I need this lens and I need this gear and I'm doing this kind of photography, so I need this equipment. But when you can just buy a cool camera, a really simple, cheap one, and just take it out and have fun, there's nothing better than that. And I'm actually going to take this out on tomorrow's walk. I'm going to go in there, have a bit of fun with it. 18 times optical zoom. I'm thinking down the canal, deers, swans, ducks. I think that might be a really good camera to use. It's also the older sensors. I believe it's a mid to late 2000s camera. So it's the older sensors which give you those early 2000s colors and grain and look, which, like I said before, that's the style I like to go for anyway. So getting it straight out of the camera is a winner. It's only 8 megapixels, but if you're only posting to Instagram, who cares? And when you're doing it just to have fun yourself, it's perfect. As I said on previous ones, just make sure there's no corrosion in the battery section. However, when you're buying from a place like a cash converter, cash generator, CEX, they will test the item before they buy it, so you're more likely to be picking up something that is working. But again, this sells for more than what I paid, so they don't always price to what an item sells for. They just look at the age of it and offer a lower price. Now, there is actually a FinePix, I think it's the S5600, up at the charity shop at the top of my street. They've got it in for a tenner, which is an okay price. I think secondhand again, it's about 40 quid. However, it is it's the XD memory cards, and they're just so crap, such low memory, and it's much more of a hassle because I haven't got like a reader. I'll have to mess about. I tend to go with cameras that I can put an SD card into because it's just so much easier when it comes to transferring photos. So that is a restriction that I have put upon myself, but that's just because I want to make life easier for myself, not harder. I'm doing this for fun, not for anything else. And then easily one of the greatest pickups we've made, and I actually made a YouTube video with it a few days ago. I rode my pedal bike to York. I did around 40-ish miles, just over, in the morning. And it is the GoPro Hero 7 Black. Unbelievable condition. Absolutely fantastic condition. Came with a bunch of accessories. Came with the GoPro charging hub where you can put multiple batteries in. Came with spare batteries. Came with a head mount. Came with a chest mount. Came with a bunch of stuff. I do a thing where I pick up random games, DVDs, random electronics, and I trade them in. And then I put a little bit of money towards whatever I'm wanting to pick up. This was one of them. I only had to put 30-ish quid towards this. With what I traded in, I think I spent about maybe 47 to 50 quid altogether, including the 30 that I had to put towards grabbing this. This is a £170 camera with the added bits like the head mounts, etc. Just this charging section here is a £30 to £35 charging section secondhand on eBay. So I got an absolute bargain out of this. The reason I wanted to pick one up is we're heading into winter. I'm riding my bike a lot. My phone's getting wet through when I'm trying to film. I've got that chance of dropping it, but with this, I can put it on my head, put it on my chest, I can add it to the bike. Great pickup. It's got that hyper smooth recording, 4K, 2K at 120 frames per second. Great pickup. And one thing that actually surprised me is the audio from it is also pretty decent. I was expecting it to be trash, but it isn't. It's 100% workable, especially after chuck it through like an audio cleaner. GoPro Hero 7, really great pickup for what I paid. And there we go, that has been the camera pickups over the past sort of 2 weeks. Now I'm going to be doing a monthly video on the cameras that I've picked up. So I pick up at least 2 or 3 a month minimum. So if I do a monthly video, I can show you guys everything I've picked up and what I've paid, what I bought it, if I've used it in that time period that I've picked it up, show you some images, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Oh, if you did enjoy, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Just before I sat down to make this video, I started to have a bit of a hypo, so to crack open the Lucozade, I can feel myself shaking again a little bit. So more Lucozade it is. But yeah, if you did enjoy, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Stay happy, stay healthy. I'll catch you in this next one. Always check your charity shops. Always check the secondhand shops. You can definitely grab bargains. See you later. Oh, also, if you can see right there on that screen, we're on 4,968 subscribers. Now, I don't think that's actually quite true. I think it's 4,963 subscribers is what I checked about an hour ago. I think that the website, for some reason, has more on than I actually have. It's a strange one. But if you want to subscribe and get me up to 5K, I'm not going to complain. Yes, that was a cheeky plug. But anyways, have a great day. Catch you in the next one.